Hey everybody, Tattoo for You Richard here, and it is time, my friends. Once more into the breach, into the valley, into the darkness, we march forth and carry on our journey. Our destination, Forgeworld. We march forth with super glue, epoxy, cutting things and sanding things and everything in our hands and on the table and in a box and wherever else we have it. Let's get on business and get this Tau some weapons, shall we? It is totally Taunar time. Get table down! Woo!
Guys, here we are, table down on this madness. So this is where we left off last week. I apologize, I don't have a good light over here. Let's see if I can... there we go. Makes it a little bit better. But here we have the Taunar. The body's complete. Remember, it's not glued together. It's still in pieces where I can dismantle it. I did do some extra stuff that I did not show last week. I pinned... spin this bad boy around here. There are rods now. It's pinned in the toes, and then this rod goes up through here, the heel of the foot, and then into the ankle on both sides. And again, like I said, none of that is glued together. Like I'll show you real quick how I can break it down right now. That comes off, legs come apart, and technically the legs can even come apart. Or did I glue them together? Nope, yeah, they come apart here too. I will eventually get them done and glued together. I'm debating on whether or not I do that when I glue them together now or glue them together after I paint it. I think I can paint here, since all the main part of this back here will be the same tone. Will be this kind of Luftwaffe gray when I do it. I've kind of already worked out some of the colors. But yeah, the ankles are pinned, like I said. The feet aren't glued down either. They can come off and on, you know. Yeah, so I mean, that's where I'm at on the model. Today we are going to do... Can I play with matches? I was going to say, can I play with madness? But I play with madness every day. It's kind of a pain to get back on a little bit. But ultimately, these will be glued on. There we go. Boop. Back together. Hips don't lie, baby. Check me out. I'm a sexy Taunar. Look at me. So today we're going to work on the upper torso. We're going to get these weapons together. I did a little bit more on the base too. Not much. I'm gonna do the rest of that off camera, but I'm putting like little bits. Like there's a guard's rifle. I'm gonna build up a sandbag barricade here, and then maybe that barrel that I painted up a while back with the rust and stuff. I might add that to the base later. We'll see. But really, I mean, just little things need to be done to the base, which again I'll do that all when I paint it. So yeah, so let's get cracking on to this stuff. What we have, see which one I'm going to work on first. I kind of want to just get everything done today. Get this model built and ready to go. I even already put the magnets in. I decided, instead of using all four, for one thing, it was a pain in the butt to get the last magnet down in there. I should have done those little ones first and then done these big ones. But I honestly don't think you really need it. What? I'm missing a gun, man. Somebody done run off with my guns. Tarnation. Sakes alive. Oh, right in front of my stupid face. So here's the original one I got. The tri-axis dealy-daller. Like I said, these two magnets I don't think are really necessary because it's a pretty good click as is, and it's a good solid pull too. So I think you put that extra one on there, that bad boy's not going anywhere. So we're gonna get the other one of these put together, And then we're gonna put together the what is this one called? Fusion Eradicator. To eradicate our evil people. Yeah, we're gonna get all that done. We get everything magnetized. I will probably get the positioning figured out on these guys. Get all this glued together and pin. I'm pinning it with paper clips so I have it good and on there. I'm not gonna glue the shoulder pads on until I've done painting everything, so that way I can get the undercarriage tones done, and then this will be the outer color. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's get the arms built first, and then we'll move on. So let me stop here, clear the table, and we'll rock. All right, so here we go. This is the tri-axis cannon. Tri-axis ion cannon. So what we're gonna do is put this together first. I've already done one of these, so now we're gonna do another one of these. Make sure I got all the bits cleaned first, because I want to make this as painless and easy as possible. You pretty much look at these put together, the sculpts. You're looking at the ion cannons from the Riptides. That's pretty much that front right there. And a little bit of the back. That would be where the area where the Riptide's arm would go. And of course these on the sides. Really like the way it looks. It's a cool little cannon. So I have another one to put together. And I will do that one pretty much on camera. I did not clean it like I thought I did. It really disappoints me. Clean most of it for the most part, but I left stupid little bits here and there. Mold lines? We don't need no stinking mold lines. That's what I wanted to check. I want to check, make sure, yeah, see these have too much on the ends of them, so I need to trim them down just a little bit. And I want to do that before I glue this little center section together, because it all works around a middle piece, so to speak. So here you got your basic exploded view of all the parts. And then here we have the build. So what you're going to do first, you're going to make this little piece. That's what I'm talking about, that little center section, which involves this and then these two other pieces like so. Really super easy to put on, but I have to watch these little nubs here, because these nubs fit inside that. I need to make sure they're not too long to where they won't go in. Then again, don't cut them off, so I have something to bite down on with the glue, you know. You guys know what I'm talking about. A sniffle and a sneeze. So yeah, what we're going to have is, we'll do the dry fitting on camera, and then I'll glue everything together off camera. So I pretty much have that. That's not easy to hold. And then that. Don't stop it. These pieces don't take a lot of wear and tear, so I'm not going to pin much on these. If anything, I didn't do anything on that one. Nothing on this guy is pinned. I was worried about mold release. I thought I cleaned it off real good, but the more I look at it, I'm worried that it's still got quite a bit on there. So I'll probably give this guy another little soak in soap afterwards. But at least on the older one, not the new stuff. The new stuff, I know they're clean because I went back and did it again. But so I'm gonna put this piece together, then we'll come right back. So now we're coming along to our next step. We have that piece glued together like so. And then we're looking for this is like the main piece you go off of here. And we're gonna build off that. look on it and judge it. Okay, so let's get some focus going on here. There we go. I'm gonna drop a glue in there. Drop a little bit of glue around here. And then we're gonna stick this in here, and we're gonna put this right here. And then we're gonna go here. It's all together. Hold it for a little bit. Let that groove. Let's let the groove happen. Let's let that glue take a hold. Now, on the next step, I like to make sure I can get everything together properly, because you do start to get a little bit of a tight squeeze. You know what I'm saying? This part over here is easy. That just glues and slides on. And then the other thing is getting this cat on here, which is a little tight for some reason. I wonder if I got a bent spot. Yeah. So I'm gonna go off camera and finish gluing the rest of this together, so that way I can see what's holding this up easy by holding it in my face. So we'll be right back. There we go. Now we're gonna do the back section of this guy. I lost it. Here it is. Here goes like so, and I don't glue this down. I'm making it bend, so that way I can kind of get that idea of how I want it to adjust. In the long run, I'll figure out how I want this to sit permanently, and then more than likely glue it down just so it stays there. So let's get some glue on here. So there it is, it's on. I'm gonna hold it for a second and move this at the same time. So there we go, that's the back half, that's what it looks like. I gotta do a trim here, and I need to do some trimming on some other stuff. I'll be right back in a minute. So, got that figured out. It took a little bit. It's got a big old gap in there too, man. So I'm gonna work on filling that with the green stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this connected, which is real easy how it goes on. You've got these two pieces here will match up with one of these, and then there's be a little gap on the last one because it just kind of goes in there like so. I had to do some trimming on that cog too to get it to fit, but then pretty much that's it. That's what you got. There, and there's that. There's quite a bit of gaps that I'm gonna have to fill with green stuff before we get the paint on it. We'll go ahead and show you this last little bit too. Are these little I call them the little air intakes, little hot rod air intakes. Those are easy. They got this little slot section up here that they go on, just like that. So that's it on those. I'm gonna stop at the video again. I'm gonna get set up for the next arm, and we'll get that one rolling. And then, like I said, I'm planning on finishing this today. So I'll see you in a bit. So here's the next step. We're gonna be working on the Fusion Eradicator. This is fun. I have no idea how to put this one together because it's brand spanking new. So here we have the exploded view. Kaplut, kasploosh, kapow. Looks fairly easy. I don't even know if it has more parts or not. I think it does, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do quite a bit up front. First things first is going to be this guy here. We're going to be adding all these fusion bobbers to it the proper way. Like so. So that's simply, That's simply amazing. It's marvelous. So, let's get that put together. Oh, I didn't score this. So, dumb move, Richard. So I'm just going to get one on, and then I'm going to pause the camera, score it, and get the others glued on, and then show you that. So, pew, 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 pew. We get the other ones on, we get to go pew, pew. I'll be back, man. Whoa. Now we're going to work on this back section. I'm going to do it all quick and at once. Not quick, but we're going to do it all at once. So here's the arm joint again. So my goal is to keep that moving. Keep the arm moving. Keep it moving. I cleaned all this stuff, I swear, guys. Why in the world is stuff still dirty? I think resin is growing. So I'm over here recording a video, and I have the Wargamer Viking on in the background. This is a live show on Thursdays, because yes, I'm recording this on Thursday. So now we're going to put the back section on. So it's going to go like this. And then next we're going to have the very, very back section go on like so. And then the gun will be done. I mean, that's it. So let's get that on. There we go. So my kiddos just got home and they are singing in the background. So here we are. This is the Fusion Eradicator arm. I'm going to pause again, and then we're going to kind of move forward just a little bit. I'm trying to get this, like I said, I'm trying to rush through this and get it all done so that way we can start some paint next week. Who's down for paint? I am. Girls, you down for paint? Say yes. Yeah. See? Everybody's down for paint, bro. I am paint. Don't touch them orcs, girl. I'll be right back. I jumped ahead a little bit. I forgot something. The magnetizing. I want to show y'all that. So you've seen my little nifty device before, but I'll show it to you again. So what I do is I know I'm doing the gun stuff right now, so I'll get one ready, and I'll get one. I'll go ahead and. Ooh. Magnets, they're so much fun. I'll get one ready for the other side. After I do this one, since there's doubles. Since I need 2 magnets. So, all right. Hey, shut the door, please, girls. Hold on a second. Sorry. My kids were being obstinate. That means being turds. Well, you weren't listening to me. I told you to do something and you didn't do it. And that's just not very nice. So, we're going to put magnets in. I think I just flicked a piece of something in my drink. Gross. So I put my glue in. Try to keep it mainly to the center, because once the magnet gets in, it's going to kind of push it out towards the edge. Because I really don't want it kind of coming up too far around the edge and getting stuck to my board. So here we have the gun side. There's the magnet I'm putting in. So like we've done before, we'll start with this one. You just put it in. Snaps in pretty good because it was made for it. And then I slide up and off. Booyah! Magnet. And I will take the body side, or the other gun, put it on, and do the same thing. What I do is I'll usually put my finger over the other one just in case. Because you get these big magnets together, they want to try to attract each other. Stick it on and slide it off. And then there you... Oh, nope. There you go. That's magnetized. I'll just let that sit and chill. Let that dry real good. I'll do it again on this other one. Like I said, I really don't want to do the other two on there. I just don't see the need in it, really. So I'll just stick to these two since that's the biggest magnet. That'll give us the biggest force. Gun side in, push it down, slide it off, hold it. Whoa. Put this magnet down here on the gun side. Snap her in and slide it off. Boom. Finished. Alright, yeah, so that's the part I wanted to show you. I forgot to show you all that. Like I said, it's all right here in the book too. Gives you the size magnets you need. Really, again, I think these top two are not necessary. You can put them in there. I just feel like that's going to be so much pull. And unless you epoxy those magnets in there or something, or I'm just worried that those magnets would eventually pull free, you know? I don't know. So now we're going to work on the big guns for the shoulders. Now, I think I showed last week. This is the bag of the goodies. I think I put all the goodies in here, as a matter of fact. Yeah, there's those little things, canisters and such. Slide that over here out of the way. So this thing here is what we're supposed to mount on first. You're supposed to select the point you want the cradle on, and it's supposed to glue in there good. Let me see if there's a... Oh, see, I jumped. Hold on, I jumped. Let's do this a piece at a time. That's how you create the cradle. So it's going to look like this when you're all done. You got these little pieces here. These things are going to go on like so. Yeah, like that. And then that's how that goes on. So let me pause. I'm going to go ahead and glue that together and get it ready. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about here. All right, here we go. Got it glued together. This is the little cradle thing. Now, what I had showed before is this, when it's on, it should fit in those grooves, and mine doesn't. Because I have some, it's pinched somewhere. I mean, it's something, it's resin. The only way I'm going to fix that is sand all that out. Now, honestly, this thing, it's got quite a bite on it. Like, it's on there pretty good. So I'm contemplating leaving it be. And when I paint this, varnishing the crud out of it back here and making this to where it slides. It's just a thought. In the long run, once I get it completely done and I see that it's kind of like, wait a minute, something's not right, then I may go ahead and just, I'll fix that. Excuse me. I need to get a drink. Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, so that's my plan. What we've got to work on next is the last piece. And actually, I feel like I'm missing something. I'm going to have to find it and see. Because I just noticed the back here is just like the Storm Surge. It's supposed to have that little, whatchamacallit deal sticking out. But I think it's in the same bag with my thrusters too, which I hope. Those are the other things I haven't put on yet, but I want to paint everything first and then put the thrusters on after it's painted. So, but anyway, we got this guy here, which is the pulse driver cannon. This big honking thing, which is almost as tall as the model itself. Really easy to put together on these guys. You've got these little back sections here. They're just going to glue on like so. And then a set of 4 of these little canister deals will glue on top of here. And then they're done. Then your next step is going to be to, you're supposed to pick a position here and glue it on however you want it. But see, I don't like having to make a choice like that. So of course what I'm going to do is I am going to pick a point and I'm going to put a heavy pin in here. One of the big ones like this. It's going to be in dead center. So that way I can drill out points along here. Do like one straight in the middle on each one. Maybe one at a 45 and then one at a 90. Depending on, the thing is judging where everything would sit. Like you don't want the gun, like this is angling down. It's not going to ever angle down on the battlefield. To me, this is something that kind of lobs some kind of ordnance across the battlefield. So it probably just 2 points, like one 90 degree and then 145 would be the limit. And then same on the middle section, 190 and then 145. And actually on this one I could probably go a little further than 45 or more of a 45. That's maybe like a 30 something. I don't know my angles very well. But yeah, then you can kind of adjust. And well, technically, no, yeah, that's as far back as you could ever go on those because that hits that piece right here. This one here, the center one could go. No, the center one reaches a point too, and that's as far back as it'll go. So yeah, so I'll probably have like 2 points. One dead center of each one, and then one slightly off of that on each one. So that way I can do something where I have like one here, one at the 45, and one's at the 90. Because I do like that staggered look of it. Here, I'll even get the third one on there so you can kind of see, because like I said, I want to get this knocked out, man. Yeah. So there. So yeah, something kind of like that. And then from the front, we can have them all either straight angled together. I'm not fully on there correct. Yeah, this guy's way far over. There we go. Yeah, so we got something like that. I don't know. I'm going to judge. I'm going to see where I could put it. Definitely one at the 90. So everything can be straight across. And then maybe do like 2 or 3. And go 90. Just a little bit. And then just a little bit more on all those. The pinning's not too big, but then I can kind of get at least a decent little adjustment on it just to make it look cool for whatever reason. And then of course, like, it slides for now until we get all this weight on it, and I can slide it back even further, you know. So you imagine these on here rotate or angling and adjusting, and then it's sliding for even more of an angle or less of an angle, whatever. So yeah, that's where I'm at. We're gonna do this, get this plugged along. When I come back, everything's gonna be glued together and pinned, and I'm gonna show you the final product, what we're gonna start, where we're gonna start painting at. So I'll see y'all in a little while. Alright guys, so here we are. Sorry for the wibbly wobbly cam, but I am free flying so that way I can get all this in. Now yes, there's one arm right here that's not put together yet. I'll do that later, but I wanted to show you the finished product, pretty much how it came and how I bought it. So as we pan up, here we go, the massive giant. And go all the way up to the top of the guns there. Now up here, what I did is that there's dual points. So these can actually be angled straight out to where they're in a line. And then this one can pivot back a little bit more where it's at more of an angle too. So that way I can give me a little bit of option. May or may not keep it like that just because of things. And also right now with it not being glued together in the legs and the ankle, they're all just pins. He is very wobbly. Now, like I said, that's because he's not glued together in the legs, so I just need to be careful with that. The arms are magnetized to come on and off. These aren't glued on yet. The head's not glued on yet. The thrusters in the back, and of course the support weapons under here aren't on yet. But all that's because of paint. That being said, that is our next step. Ladies and gentlemen, starting next week's Journey into Forgeworld, we will begin painting this beast. So yeah, there'll be a few things I do off camera before we get to the paint, like getting the feet mounted permanently to the base and adding to the base a little bit more. But really, that's pretty much it. So then I'll leave everything else unpinned from here up, so that way I can paint it and then glue it together after the painting's all done. But the feet, I want to get them mounted and stable and right, because I can paint them on the base easy enough, I believe. Anyway. So yeah, that's it, guys. That is the wonderful Taunar. It is massive, it is giant, it is insane, and it is epic. So guys, I love you. Thank you for joining me on this Journey into Forgeworld this week. I will see you next week for the paint. And as always, have a happy, wonderful nerd life, my friends. Love you to pieces. Bye.